Hello, this is Frida. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to another food video that I am going to prepare for you guys. Today I'm going to be making Bulgur Pilavi. Bulgur Pilavi is like Bulgur rice, Bulgur, yeah. Anyways, I learned this when I was living in Istanbul, how to cook this recipe. I did add some of my own. So I think I was about 24 years old when I learned how to cook bulgur pilavı. So I wanted to share it with you guys. It's vegetable. So what you need is you need eggplant. If you can find the thin ones, that would be great. Eggplant like this. What I did is I roasted it in the oven, but you can also steam fry it as well. You need onion, you need a little bit of garlic, you need diced tomato, you need tomato paste. These are all Turkish that I buy from here in Edmonton. And bulgur is like this, just to give you guys a look for you to see. Yeah, I think you can find this anywhere. But this is really tasty. I tried every brand that I can find, that I can get a hold of. So I washed it very nicely. There's still water in it. I would say 2 cups maybe. And you need olive oil to start it with, olive oil. So I already put the olive oil in the pan. And I'm going to be cooking it. So I'm just going to turn the stove on. First, I'm going to be adding the onions. I did put olive oil. So let me just stir this. I'm going to move the camera towards the stove so you guys can look at it. And I'm going to dice these as well because I want to use up all of the eggplant, because the more you cook it, it gets invisible. You can't even see it when it's cooked, right? Okay, so I cooked the onions till it turned pink, as you can see. Now I'm going to add the eggplant. I diced the one that I showed you, and I'm going to add the one that I roasted, just to give it a little bit of, roast taste. I wanted to show you the eggplant before I dice it, so that's why I divided that. I'm just gonna close the lid so it can soften, and I will add the roasted. Okay, so it did soften. Just wanted to show you. I turned the heat to low, and I am stirring as I go. And as you can see, I didn't dice them too small because they do shrink when it's cooked, right? So I didn't want to. I want big chunk of the eggplant. You can dice it if you want. You can make it smaller, cut it smaller, whichever you like. This is how I do it. And you can change the recipe the way that you want. So it is softened already. What I'm going to do is, I'm just going to dump the roasted ones, just to give it a flavor, because I put seasoning. If you have a barbecue, I would highly recommend it, that you do it on the barbecue. Okay, I'm going to close the lid and have a little bit of heat, and I'll be right back. Okay, so it's been, how it gets nice and soft. Oops, it's hot. So I'm going to be stirring. While I'm going to be stirring, I'm going to add my garlic, because I don't want to fry the garlic, right? We want that beautiful smell. And it's good for you. So I'm going to add my seasoning salt, which I use. I don't use regular salt. For years I've been using seasoning salt to give a nice flavor. Okay, gonna add the tomato, diced tomato. And then I'm gonna add, I'm gonna turn the heat on a little bit because there's juice in it. I'm gonna add, I would say, a full tablespoon like tomato paste to give that nice color. You can add any seasoning you want. If you want to add anything hot pepper, you can do that. I can't eat hot. My mouth is very, very sensitive, but anything you want to add, you can do that. You can add, but I did the roast, so I add a lot of different seasoning in it, so that will give that taste. So I'm just stirring. I'm just gonna have it a little bit cooked, and I'm gonna add water after this, and then I'm gonna be adding the bulgur that I have washed. Bulgur is not like rice, so it will not, it's not like rice, so we need to put perfect water, so it will not be over the board, or it will be watery, and we don't want the bulgur to be watery when you cook it. Okay, it's already heated. Stir this. Everything's cooked. At this point, I'm going to be adding water from my kennel. I boiled it. So just not over what you see. Have it, try to have it leveled, what you see. Don't go over it when you add the water. And the tomato, or I could have done, what I could have done is I could have stirred the tomato paste with water. Right, but I did not do that. You can do it. And see, just a little bit, not over, so it's boiling, just like this. See the color and the eggplants? Okay, it's boiling. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. When it's boiling, we can add the bulgur, just like this. My hands are clean. I wash it, I don't know, 100 times a day. Especially when I'm cooking, I rinse it with vinegar just to get rid of that terrible bacteria. You know, we touch everywhere, and I wipe everywhere, but just to be on the cautious side. Right? Okay. I'm going to turn the heat to low again, and I'm going to have this cook until the water is gone. Until what you do is, until this stays straight. That's how we know that it's cooked. When you put your spoon, I don't know why it's staying. I must add a little bit water, but that's when you know that it's cooked. So I'm gonna wait until it absorbs all that water, until it stays up like this, the one that you just saw a moment ago. Okay, so I'm just gonna let this cook. Depends on your stove again, but the best test is put your spoon like this. Again, it's still sitting there, but it's not supposed to. So and the water, we need the water to be absorbed, all gone. Okay, so I will come back and show you. This is again done with eggplant. You don't have to do it with cook your bulgur with eggplant. You can use any vegetables in your home you want. You can do onion, garlic, or just do it with butter. And I'm going to add butter. I started with olive oil. Okay, I'm going to add just a little bit of butter on top of it, just like that. Okay, and I will wait, and I will come back. Okay, so I'm just going to check. It's been cooking for a while now, and it's still watery, but I need to stir it, right? When you stir it, you will notice that the bottom is not watery. So we need to stir it, just like this. And I did add that butter, so that made a little bit of juice, right? Just going to stir it like this from the middle as well. And when I put my spoon, it means it's cooked and there's no water showing after you stir it, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the oven off. I put a lot of the eggplant because my husband this time he bought the big ones. If you have this, if you find the small ones, that would work as well. These are pretty big, chunky. Eggplant is good for you, so nothing's wrong with that. So I'm going to turn the heat off, and I'm just going to let it rest. I don't know, about half an hour until the water is all absorbed, gone. And then I will show you how it will look like on the plate. Okay, I'll be right back. This is a very super fast meal that you can prepare. It takes, I don't know, about I would say half an hour to 45 minutes, depending on the resting, right? So I would highly recommend you to try it, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I just wanted to show you how it looks like so far. See, all the water is gone. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on a plate and show you how you can use a bowl like this, a small bowl. If you don't want chunky tomatoes, chunky eggplants, you don't have to dice it the way I do it. You can make it smaller, or you can chop them on your chopper, blend it if you want. So this is how I do it. Okay. And then I grab a plate. Oh, it's hot. And I grab a plate like this. I'm gonna flip it. I'll just show it to you. See, when you put the spoon, it will stay still. It won't move because there's no water. Okay, so this is cooked. Okay, so I'm going to flip this. Let me see, it's pretty hot. So put the plate like this on top. Use some sort of towel because it's hot, right? And then flip it like this. Okay. See, it goes down still juicy. See? It didn't rest long enough. I just had it sit for 15 minutes. And then what you can do is you can move this towards here a little bit. And then you can add salad if you want, but there's lots of veggies in here. And then what you can do is you can decorate it, and voila. I'm gonna add some Turkish köfte next to it, just to give a little bit of nice decoration. So I cooked these yesterday. You can add anything you want, just like this, and decorate it. So I hope you like this this video that I have made for you guys, and I hope you enjoy it. And like I said, you can add anything else next to it to give a, what you want to eat. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe, share it with your family and friends, and bon appétit!